What's up, Cyber Hawks? So, as you see by the title, I passed the Comptia A+ cert. Feels super good, guys. Feels super freaking good. I passed it late last night. Usually when I take these tests, I do them in the morning, but this time I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try this at night. And yeah, I think that worked. I think how my brain kind of works in the mornings, it's garbage, but at nighttime, I'm 110%. But I just wanted to give you guys just some quick, tools or tips in case you guys are having issues with the Comptia Core 1 exam. Now, first off, I did not pass on my first time. This is my second time. Same with the Comptia ITF. On the Comptia ITF, I think I was like, just a few questions out, maybe like one or two. On this one, I was a few more. I think I got like a 640 something, I think it was 640. And I think he needs, I believe, a 675 to pass. And then the second time I did it, I was in 700s. So if you have failed, it's okay, guys. It's okay. I know for me personally, from going to the Comptia ITF, the PBQs really threw me out the first time I took the A+, because if you take the fundamental first, you're just doing the multiple choice. On this one, you're starting out with like 4 or maybe either 4 to 6 PBQs. Maybe you don't know what PBQs are. Those are performance-based questions where they pretty much have you like actually answering the question. Like instead of just picking out a choice, like you're actually solving an issue. Like one of them was like something about like there's a girl who wants to have like Wi-Fi for her house, but not other houses, and she wants, XYZ type of encryption and different things of that nature that you have to put all in. I remember seeing like the first time I was seeing this, and the laser printer one, it kind of just threw me off for a loop, and I think that really hindered me. So the main thing, my 90% that got me to pass was the Zero to Hero Master IT course from Rob. I do have that in the description. I might cut to like a ad or something right here, but that really helped me out a lot. I want to say they gave me the at least 90% base that I needed. Kind of gave me all the background info on pretty much all the objectives. If you guys haven't seen some of my previous videos talking about the course, he does a great job of explaining it in layman's terms for people. The way he's able to be serious in points, but also joke around in other parts to just make it make sense. That really helps out a lot. During the course, there's a lot of videos kind of breaking it down piece by piece, the main stuff that you'll need, going by percentage base as well. Also, you'll talk about that in the course. So yeah, that definitely helps out as well. There's a ton of questions and like mini tests and like pre-tests, regular tests. Then you got your exams at the end. I think there was one or two, a post-exam, then like a real post-exam like part 2. And then they recommend that once you get your voucher from the course, because they do give you one voucher for each of the different certs. So once they give you the voucher, they'll reset your exam so that you can restart that. So I said that was about 90%. The PBQs really threw me off on this one. I think that's really the reason I failed this time. I was wiped out. This time I was determined to be sure that I aced the PBQ part on this one. I think that's really why I was able to pass this time, because I had that down. But yeah, having a good source, having a good teacher can really help out a lot. For me, that was about 90%. Now, the other 10% was me primarily going over either stuff I wasn't 100% sure about, or I might need further explanation on. There's plenty of videos on that on YouTube. There's a ton. I can just name a lot, top from my head right now, but there's a lot of them. Also, too, another big thing that I really focus in on this test, which practice questions, guys. That's probably my third big thing as well. 90%. Getting all of the knowledge from the IT course. If you guys are interested in that too, I do have that in the description box. But that really helped out. But the test questions, like just getting this constant amount of different questions from people who I would say are accredited or at least knowledgeable in a lot of knowledgeable in cybersecurity, knowledgeable in Comptia, because I have seen some random questions that just didn't really feel right. They didn't, like, after taking the test and then seeing some practice questions, like, I'm like, some of these don't make any sense. That's why I say, again, the 90% was in that course I was taking, because those questions felt like questions I would see in the actual Comptia ATF. But how my mind works, I'm able to really remember those really well. So I have to need like a wider variety of questions a lot of times. So focusing on finding more questions and then just going through those questions really helped out a lot. I think those 3 things really prepared me to actually take the test for real, and pass it my second time. Again, you haven't failed unless you just give up, guys. So if you do fail your first time, it's okay. I failed my first time on this. Second time, knocked out the park, guys. And I'm pretty sure you guys can too. Anyway, guys, if this is your first time, or maybe you passed it after the second or third time, definitely in the comments, let me know, or let other people know the different study tips that you guys use to pass the test. Super interested in that. Now I'm going to be working on my Comptia ATF Core 2. Hopefully this one's a lot easier. I think I got like a study habit now that I think should work pretty well. Pretty much I'll go through the course, just getting all the info, then I'll go through it again at usually 2 times the speed. I'll go through everything again, and then practice questions. So we'll see if that will get me to pass Core 2 my first try. But hey, if I don't, I'm going to keep on going until I do. But I'm super excited on that. Also too, guys, if you do have to take your retest, I recommend trying to take it like a week out there, maybe 2 weeks out there, but try to keep your knowledge fresh. I think that helped me out a lot. Personally, I probably would have taken it maybe instead of a week later. I probably would try to take it later that week, or like 3 to 4 days afterwards. But anyway, guys, that's how I was able to pass the core Comptia A+, Core 1. The kind of just my 3 study things that I use. The course, the Master IT course, that really helped out a lot. And then YouTubing videos on different subjects I wasn't really for sure about, seeing maybe the concept animated. That really helps out a lot. And then study questions, just constant study questions, constant study questions, and that can really help you guys out. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.